Hello, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
On behalf of Aarohan, in collaboration with Masterpiece and the International Cities of Peace, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you to this special webinar on the occasion of the International Day of Peace. Our today's theme is building a culture of peace, role of youth in today's world. It truly resonates with the times we live in. Throughout history, youth have always been instrumental in driving change. They were instrumental, they are instrumental, and they will continue to be instrumental in shaping the future. At Aarohan, our work spans from early childhood to livelihood. We sensitize communities through education, create awareness around values, and strongly believe that a happy childhood is healthy livelihood, and peace is the foundation that brings happiness to childhood. We are privileged to have with us our respected board members, esteemed speakers, and participants who are deeply engaged in peace building, social development, and nurturing the next generation of change makers. We are especially honored by the presence of our respected president, our founder, and the guiding torchbearer of our journey, Ms. Rani Patel. We have our esteemed panelists with us, Mr. Ashwini Kumar Dhakal, International Relations Scholar, Director of Network Program Masterpiece. We have Dr. Manoranjan Mishra, Country Coordinator Masterpiece India and Director JRP. We have from USA Sri Shuman Dev, philanthropist, IT analyst, ex-IITian. Anyway, due to time constraints, I may not be able to name everyone individually, but I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the entire Aarohan team for making this event possible. Now, it is my privilege to invite and introduce our esteemed convener, Ms. Isha Guha. She is our senior board member of Aarohan and presently serves as Joint Secretary. She has vast experience across different domains and is an alumna of the prestigious D School of Economics. Now, I would like to welcome Ms. Isha Guha. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you very much. And it's indeed a pleasure to be present for this very landmark event in today's world, actually celebrating International Peace Day and also talking about the culture of peace and what it means for the youth of today who are actually going to be our torch bearers is one of extreme importance. And according to the webinar and what we are planning to delve into in today's very, very interlinked world, where we are all actually global citizens in a way, how do we nurture human values of equality, of justice, of honesty, integrity? How do we bring about compassion? How do we bring about a certain degree of kindness? All these become extremely vital in order to bring about the culture of peace. According to me, peace is not the absence of war. That does not define peace. So I am going to depend on our speakers for the evening to take us forward and explain to us what is their definition of peace. What are the fundamentals of peace? Peace is at so many levels. We are looking at personal peace, what I, as an individual, experience. We are also looking at societal peace. We are looking at peace within countries. We are looking at world peace. So there are so many layers, but somehow they are all interlinked, because until and unless we have creative solutions to bring about an end of conflict, an end to the kind of violence. And that can come about only when we all work together, when we become peace builders, when we become the people who work on it every single day. Only then can we achieve the entire idea of peace that we are envisaging. How are the young today very important to us? The
Thank you.
young are, sorry, okay.
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
go on?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I mean, if we can just wrap it down with the
Yeah,
next question.
I'm going to. I'm just going to. So I was basically saying that as far as the young are concerned, we are always very hopeful that the mistakes which the older people are making would not actually impact the young to that extent, and they would come out with extremely creative solutions to the problems that we are facing at all levels today. Thank you very much for joining in, and I'm extremely heartened by the response. I look forward to a wonderful interactive evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. It is our pleasure to have you as a convener with us. Now, we are very much excited and keen to listen about more insights from our very first panelist, Mr. Ashwini Kumar Dhakal. I just want to introduce him. Mr. Ashwini is a young scholar, researcher, and professional in global affairs, development economies, policy making, and social work. He holds a master's degree in international studies. Currently, he works as a director of network program for Masterpiece. His role is to align with the organizational vision and strategic plan. He will oversee and develop the Masterpiece network of clubs and partners. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. Now it's our time to have some insights from your end. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Before I start, can you hear me well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are
Thank you,
audible.
thank you.
You are audible.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Aarohan. Thank you, Rani ma'am, and also thank you, Somnath, for inviting to this great session on the occasion of International Day of Peace. I also have prepared some presentation, so I'd also like to share my screen while I, talk about the topic I have given. Without further ado, you all see my screen. Mr. Somnath, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see it.
Perfect.
Very much.
I'll put in presentation mode. So thank you so much. Before I start, the center of the topic for today is youth and peace, right? So let's start with a little bit understanding. And of course, we all understand what is youth, what is peace, but like Isha ma'am said, we all have different perspective on this two particular topic. First, I would like all of you to go through this statement and think, visualize in 10 seconds, what does this mean? What does this mean in the future? So, half of the world's population is under 30. That is currently. And different research says that it is expected to reach 57% by the end of 2030. That is, let's say, almost 60%. So, that's a big number. So, by the end of 2030, there will be more youth. 60% of the total population gonna be youth. So, this clearly underscores the importance of having youth and their role in next upcoming years. And you know there's always sometimes different way of describing youths, and youths are not barely because they are 15 to 40 years of population. They are on their own world. No, so we have to really little bit understand this changing dynamics of youth and what they really represent. And in my personal opinion, youths, they are first the driver of transformation. They are the powerful forces who can bring transformation in society, in political angle, in economic and overall country. Second, they are artists, they are mobilizers, and they are leaders. And this is very powerful. Like, if you think about mobilizers, this connects to economics. If you think about artists, connect to social, and if you think about leaders, it also connects to political. So they possess all the qualities. Third, and this is very important, they are the vibrant and dynamic human resources. When you talk about vibrant and dynamic resources, this means they have the capacity to be flexible and adapt to any situation. They can be progressive. They can go back and understand the history. So they are very vibrant. And last but not the least, they are the voice. Now you see a lot of different movement going on around the world, and they are bringing voices. They want to bring voices by bringing voices. In Nepal recently, we saw this one of the, I would say, historic revolution in two directions. And of course, right in the society. So, we have to understand it's easy to say what is peace is absence of war, but that's not the only thing. Peace is connected to every individual, and we know why it is connected to us. So it's not merely absence of war, just absence of military weapons, absence of these different powerful nations. No, it's about absence of also discrimination in our society, inequality and injustice, and it's a presence of tolerance, respect, and mutual understanding. And we can add many elements to this. So I agree with the previous speaker's point that it's not absence of war, it's presence of mutual respect, social harmony, and how we help each other, how we create a society where everyone has a space. So before we move to the youth and peace, I have created one kind of, let's say, model how youth and peace is connected to our society, and I'm taking a little bit angle of political, economical, and social, and we're gonna see the positive chain of these three factors and the negative chain of these three factors. This is the dynamics of, you see here, in total you can see 9 different elements, and if you combine each three in one particular category, there are 3 elements, that is one under politics, one under economy, and one under society. But you see youth and peace are common to all these 3 elements, and it is very key to understand like how we connect young people to politics, to economic, to society, because this is how all the system, all the this works in our society, right? So if you see in 2 different paragraph in the first in politics angle, you see in the first paragraph, youth, they reach to the decision making position where their voices has been heard. Then that leads to the inclusivity. Youth are innovative. Now innovation is very hard of everything, and they are progressive in nature. Youth are progressive in nature because they have this flexible capacity to adapt to any situation. Ultimately, this right balance of youth in participation brings stability and that leads to peace. Now, and you all can relate to the inclusivity. Youth are in politics, youth in participation brings stability and that leads to peace. Now, and you all can relate to the opposite of phenomenon also. If you flip the coin and think about the negative chain, when youths are not in the decision making process and they are not participating in the election, in the parliament, in the governments, that somehow leads to the, let's say, question, and the voice has not been heard. Same party, same leaders, they feel comfortable, and then we see the problem of corruption, the economic stagnation, lack of accountability, and that leads to the instability and ultimately conflict. So you see, this is the positive change and negative change. I would like to give one example of Nepal. This happened just 10 days ago. It's September 8 and 9. Within 30 years, our government is collapsed. Now we have interim government. And one of the key things for this revolution is nothing else, just that youth are so much frustrated with the politics. the corruption, and they wanted to change. They didn't went for the changing the system, but they just wanted to put the voices. But the suppression from the government led to their dismissal. So the youth and politics is very important to understand with the peace. Second is economy. Again, on the positive side, if youths are capacitated to the skill and knowledge, they are empowered. Empowered youth create jobs. Production is high. That brings the financial security in the country or in the society, and we see the growth and development, equality, less poverty, and that contributes to the peace, the inner peace, the societal peace, the country peace. And then again, if the system is built in such a way that there is no proper infrastructure and mechanism to provide skills and knowledge, that creates unemployment, and then we have this brain drain problem in South Asia, more poverty, and then youth become frustrated, no jobs, insecure, and eventually they go into crime, different conflicts, and then again we have less peace. So also the empowered youth is the key to connect youth and peace. Last but not the least, and this is also where I think mostly the non-profit sectors are connected, is society, youth, and peace. So we work to provide education and awareness, and that education and knowledge gives idea to respect diversity, to advocate for the inclusivity. There is an intergenerational dialogue, and that creates equality and social cohesion, and eventually we feel the sense of stability, sense of mutual respect, and we feel peaceful. But again, with the now we have social media in everyone hand, we all are using all kind of social media. We can see a different kind of propaganda, misinformation, manipulation, that leads to the judgment, the toxic behavior of, we don't even know this particular person, but we already develop a judgmental aspect in our mind. We are toxic in nature. We chat, we write in the comments something without even thinking, and that brings discrimination, and eventually it leads to the conflict. So it is very it is very key to understand that these three angles are connected in triangular way and in circular way, because if you see peace, youth, and politics, they itself are connected. Then if you think in the bigger picture, in the next slide we'll explain, this is the paradigm where youth are the center of these three dynamics: politics, economics, and society. So, and if you look down, you see participation, skills, and awareness. Participation is connected to politics, skills is connected to economy, and awareness is connected to the society. So when the youth are participated, they have the right skill and they are aware in these three elements, that's the society that will lead more towards the peace. And this is the dynamics I created. I will share later also in the presentation. So in conclusion, and the topic of today is how to put the culture of peace, right? So when we have the youth who are empowered politically, economically, and socially, that is the key foundation to build strong culture for peace. So youth are now I think we have this different revolution going around in the Philippines, in Indonesia, in Nepal. Also, I think I know some part in India. So this is the new way of youth coming into politics, coming into economic, and they want their voices to be heard, not be neglected. So I think we are in a very exciting moment in terms of peace. Now, like Somnath mentioned, I'm representing Masterpiece. Masterpiece is a global network and also organization connecting all the non-profit sectors, civil societies, change makers, universities, think tank to work together and to build the capacity where we work on the ground and we change the life of this youth on the community, on the real ground, like Aarohan is doing in the Delhi. We have Dr. Manu, he is doing in Odisha, in the real ground with all the women farmers. So in Masterpiece, we are running this different kind of activity. This is not the only one. We have a lot, but this is connected to the peace angle. We have activism. We do walls of connection, and activism is connecting art and activism. We are recently lot of proposals is focusing on digital skills and digital space. We did one project in Sri Lanka about misinformation and disinformation. We have built different our we means our clubs. We have 60 plus clubs in all over the world, and in India we have six alone, including Aarohan and Jivan Rekha Parisad. Like we build community safe spaces. We do like this kind of webinars, storytelling in website, in global platform, in Zoom. And International Day of Peace is our one of the flagship campaign that we run every year on certain theme. But one collective thing is we want to connect the grassroots action to the global stakeholders through different gesture. This year is Runway to Peace. Previous years we did Heartbeat, that we are connected with Heartbeat. And before that we did Sky Concert and so and so on. We also do this masterpiece walk. This is the community walks in different part of the world, mainly in Nepal, Kenya, and South Africa, where international community and local community of these countries, they work together, they understand the culture, they integrate their ideas perspective, and they work in the community to empower them, to bring the perspective. And one of the another thing is we hold a lot of youth exchanges, regional boot camps, global boot camps, great mind meetings. I know Rani ma'am has been part of different this exchange program where it is on capacity
Yes.
building and connecting with right minds. Dr.
Yes.
Manu is also part of this. So this has some of the elements we do in Masterpiece, and I would
Yes.
love to share more on this if you want me to. Uh,
Yes.
so
Yes, sir.
I'm finishing in 1 minute. This
Yes,
is
sir.
this
Thank
is
you.
the quote I want to bring. Like Mahatma Gandhi from India, he says, "Whatever you do may seem insignificant to you, but it is most important that you do it." And now youth should really need to understand that, because sometimes youth seems that they are not doing anything. The Even the smaller contribution is something that affects the society. So the important thing is you do something. So in same way in Masterpiece also, we believe that is our main thing, is we believe that every individual has unique talents, no matter they are from east, west, they are from vulnerable groups or the privileged group. All of them have unique talents, and that talents is enough to change the world. So now we have to, like organization like Masterpiece, Aarohan and Jivan Dekar Parishad, we're trying to bring these talents to empower them, and they become the drivers to change the world. So let's act now and let's be the change. And that's how we create the peace and we defeat the negative phenomena in the society. So that's in a summary. But I would love to connect with you even after this webinar, and we can discuss on different elements of Masterpiece, myself, and others.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for having me. And later, I'm also open to any question or comment from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I mean, it is not only about me, the entire world. It is not only about the platform, the participants who have joined, but the message is enriching the entire world, the coming generations. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now, as for the time is constraints, we are bound to go to our next eminent panelist. We want to welcome Dr. Manoranjan Mishra. I'd like to introduce sir. Dr. Manoranjan Mishra is a country coordinator for Masterpiece India and director of JRP. He has worked as the state NGO coordinator in the health department for 17 years and holds a PhD in education. I believe that with Sir's insights, this webinar will enrich our next generation in more wider way. Thank you. Now over to you, Manoranjan sir.
Thank you, Somnathji. Uh, First of all, I would like to say that I am not a very good speaker, but anyway, I will tell something about the theme you have given to me: role of youth in peace building activities. Respected Rani ma'am, dear guests, and dear friends in the room today. Let me start with a Sanskrit wisdom that is called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family, the world is one creature. So, but in Masterpiece, we believe that we have 7 billion talents, no, not 7 billion conflicts. But in the world today, as Ashwini has already told, we are now confronted with conflicts, divisions, intolerance, and so many issues are going on, war, conflict, so many things are going on. Recently, we have seen in Bangladesh, in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, and whatever is going on in the whole world. But the God has given us some blessing also. So something negative is going on, but there is some positive things also going on. We are blessed with the energy, with the creativity, and also courage of the young people. who can transform the society. Like in Nepal, the youth mass is trying to revive the conflict situation in Nepal, revive the government, democratic government. So that is going on. Youth is a powerful tool. Youth is a powerful mass to establish peace in our society. That is known to all of us. In Rig Veda, it is said that there is a Sanskrit shloka which means, let us move together, let us speak together, let us our young minds be united to bring peace in this universe. So, youth, unless the youths are united, we it is very difficult to bring peace in our society, in our family, and also in our universe. As Sony has told, Mahatma Gandhi has also told once, if we can, if we are to reach the real peace in this world, so we shall have to begin with the children and youth. So the youth is always the central, with the key point for establishing peace in our society. So already our other speakers have told that the youth are the torch bearers of this peace vision, because they have fresh minds, they are free from the prejudice, and their hearts are also full of compassion. They believe in justice, social justice. So the youth should be involved at every level, at the policy making level, at the program implementation level, at all levels, so that we can bring peace together. Swami Vivekananda has also inspired young people by saying, my faith is in the young generation. Out of them will come my workers. If they will establish the peace, if they will work, then the good workforce will come in the country. So he also said that the youth will work out the whole problems like lion. Actually, the youths have the lion type capacity, so they can bring peace in the society. If the youth will channelize their energy, their talents towards the non-violence, dialogue, and cooperation, no force of hatred can prevail, like we have seen in Nepal and Bangladesh. If they will eradicate the hatred among the society, the peace will definitely prevail. Friends, peace building begins with inner journey. So, peace building is not only about inner calm, it is also about social action, which we are seeing in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, in Nepal. Even in India, also, there are a lot of conflicts going on, and youths are trying to solve that. So, let us remember the words of Martin Luther Jr. King. So, another peace leader, peace builder. He said, young people must bring peace in their daily conduct, in their classrooms, in their playground, in the families, and also in the communities. We have seen in the during the recent cricket match in the playground, we have seen how the conflict has started. Now it has gone to the international level. So there are a lot of problems also among the sportsmen, among the among the young mass, even if in the playground. So which actually others have already told that the meaning of peace is, there are different types of definition. So the full form of peace, as others have told, like peace, patience. So unless you have patience, you cannot establish peace in our society. So the youth should have the patience, the confidence. E is also like uh, empathy. Then A is acceptance. Unless we accept each other, we believe in other culture, other caste, and other religion, then there will be no peace. Then C is compassion, and last is E, equality. Unless we have equality, and we will not believe in different caste, color, and religion, then the peace will not prevail. So we should respect each other. We should respect each other's religion, and the youth are the main force which can try to bring unity and diversity among the religion, among the caste, among the society. So in our Indian tradition also we see peace as universal. Peace is universal. Like we say, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kasit dukhavag bhage. Okay, so in every religion, in Hinduism, in Christianity, in Islam, we preach that we are one, we are human being, we have one blood. So we should have one religion also. God is one, and the universe is also one. So in every like um, in Hinduism, in Christianity, in Islam, so nobody says that we should have conflict, we should fight each other. So all the religions say that we should establish peace. So this type of mentality should be developed among the youth, that they should respect each others, they should respect each other's religion also. Actually, there is no time, so I will conclude with some again Sanskrit wisdom, which speaks about how to bring peace in our society. You must be chanting that during yoga and meditation. We call it Om Asotoma Sadgamaya, means the youth should lead their untruthful life to truthful life. Then Tamosoma Jyotirgamaya means darkness to light. If you are in the darkness, anybody is in the darkness, we should help him or her to come to the light and do some better work. Then Mrutyuma Amruta Gamaya means death to immortality. If there is hunger, there is death, then the youth should come forward, they should help the hungry men, hungry people, and assist them for mainstreaming themselves in the social life. So, so as Ashwini has told, ours is a youth nation. So now youth population is increasing day by day. So we should involve the youth in all the activities, like we are involving in Masterpiece by organizing concert, music concert, by organizing art, by organizing dialogue, by organizing the street plays, and we adopt different tools and techniques to promote peace involving the youth in our society. And hopefully in future, together, Masterpiece India has 6 clubs now, so we are now working on a very separate ways. So together we can organize some programs in Delhi or in other parts of India involving the youth, and mainly to spread the message of peace among our youth community. Thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak something about the role of youth in peace building. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It is really our honor, and we are very much pleased to have you have your insights about peace. I believe that there are students, there are audiences who got engaged about your insights towards peace and all. Right now, I can see that Isha ma'am has raised the hand. I mean, ma'am, if you have any question, Isha ma'am.
No, I will ask the question at the end of the session, Shomnath. You can
Thank
carry
you,
on.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes. Yeah. Right now, we are going to present a kind of messages what we have received across our centers, across our programs, our students. They have sent some of the messages. I would like to present that in front of you.
Sound is not there.
Somnath's audio is missing.
Yeah.
I think some technical glitches is there. I'm just checking it out. Yes, I think some technical glitches are there. So I'm extremely sorry for that. We will definitely try to run the video, the messages again. Right now, we will have Mr. Shuman Dev with us, a very senior social development expert with us. He's a philanthropist, IT analyst, and ex-IITian. He currently lives in Phoenix, Arizona. He completed his engineering from Wrangell and a design diploma from IIT Bombay, and has worked at several organizations in India, including Mahindra Jeeps in Mumbai. He immigrated to the USA in 1975 with his family, completed an MBA, and worked in several organizations, including IT as a computer analyst. He is deeply interested in learning about practical ways to serve India, especially in the field of girls' education. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I can understand that this is maybe very early in the morning in Arizona, but we are very pleased and excited to listen your insights about peace and international peace as well. So over to you, sir. We are very much excited to have your insights. Over to you, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible. You're audible, sir.
Acha. Uh, my name is Suman Dev, and I come from Hyderabad, and I'm so excited to be once again amongst my own people. Even here, we are amongst our own people in Arizona. So to start with, I would say that grateful for the participation, especially Rani ji and the other presenters. It's so nice to interact with you. And let me start by saying that I left India in 1975. I was born in 1947 in the midst of in the midst of partition of India. So when I left India in 1975, or when I was born, Mahatma Gandhi and the other leaders were crying for peace. The whole country had riots, Hindu, Muslim, and millions of people were killed, including some of my relatives. So there were millions of refugees in India, and we were in New Delhi as refugees. So from there we migrated to Hyderabad. So that's how I started my life. My parents used to talk about the conflict till they died, my grandparents and my parents. So what I was going to say was the peace has always been our desire. The whole humanity always is looking for peace. And peace cannot be found anywhere, seems like, at any cost. And I've been here in America for the last 50 years. I'm looking for the same peace which I was looking for in India. After everything I have it here, I'm still looking for peace. So it's a conundrum. We can understand it, but then on the other hand, peace is our inherent right. We are born peacefully, and we all seek for peace, but we are looking for everywhere peace. The situation in America is no different than any other place because they're also looking for peace. So the question is, where is the peace to be found? Ashwini ji and other speaker were very eloquent in speaking about peace, various methods. But but in my opinion, the peace starts at home. If when the child is born, if we cannot take care of the mother, and that she doesn't have enough to feed the kid, and the husband or the family is not enough wherewithal to feed the family, there cannot be peace. So it starts very early, right from that level, and and it has to be built up every single day, all your life. So peace, in my opinion, is not a point to arrive at. It's a state of mind. It's a state of mind where we have mental clarity, emotional balance, and freedom from constant conflict. This particular idea has always been the ideal of civilizations, not just our times. Always they have. So Gandhiji and Martin Luther King, and they were all trying to help us to know that you cannot keep countries in chains and expect. So we don't have peace here. We don't have peace anywhere. So where is it? As I said, I just want to give some example how the Japanese had occupied China for 100 years, and when the conflict finished after being bombed, so they went and experimented with how to grow their society. And today they are so peaceful that they start their peace effort from the time the child is born, from the first grade of school. When the schools going, when the kids go to school, they teach them how to work in groups. Videos, you can see the videos of Japanese people how they insist that even the small boys work in groups to pick up their things from class, put it together, say hi to them, thank you, and that process continues all through the life. So today, the miracle of the West, what I have seen here, the miracle of the West has been since the last finish of the World War in 1945 to 2025. The secret of their growth is not they are any sharper than Indians. Indians are probably one of the sharper people on earth, but they know how to cooperate amongst in their classrooms, in their society, and in the nation. So you can have very lively debate, but they still know how to cooperate. Except the countries which are more powerful, they enforce peace around the world with their guns and defense equipment. In India, we never tried to subdue another country ever. So we have Indian task is much more difficult because we don't use guns. Our police people don't carry guns. Here in America, every person carries a gun or is authorized to carry a gun. So they have enforced the peace with different methods. So what I was saying was that each country has to learn to know what tools it has to attain the peace. It's not the same as America, not the same way of doing it. We have our own way of doing it, but the effort has to be there right from start, right from school. For example, I remember when I was doing my master's here, they gave us a project which didn't look easy, but it needed the cooperation of all these students. Everybody was given a part to analyze, but then we have to put it together. So joint projects right through life is very important, because we have in India, each one is very intelligent, but problem comes, how can you get together the same people in Mohalla and able to talk? And so I was thinking, let's say we are at home in India, we have to know our neighbors. doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get along. So we have to know our neighbors. That's your smallest first of all your own home circle, then your neighbor circle. पांच आदमी जो हैं आजू बाजू, we got to know who they are, and then mohalla ke people who they are. So you have to get together, able to talk. It's easy to say, but to organize it, to get out of your shell and organize just a little bit around your house, and that's how we build communities. Building a nation just cannot be happen. It happens over thousands of years, and India has gone through the same process before. But in the change environment today of conflict, it's much more difficult. But it has to start from this thing. When we go to college, we unless and until we have lived that through our childhood, when we go to college, we won't know any different. So there also we don't know how to cooperate. We all individually work and get out. So I've been thinking very simply, yeah, to get into interpersonal peace, societal peace, global peace, as one of the speakers had said. Those are just slogans unless and until we practice it on a daily basis. So I don't have any special this thing, but this is what I have seen traveling around the world, especially the Western world. They have learned how to cooperate in the last 70, 80 years. And you have seen recently when they stopped to cooperate, what's happening in Europe. Europe again is on downfall. America is in downfall because now they're again a little bit of fighting in Europe, Russia, and all those sort of countries over there. And India has been very generous. When India got divided into 6 countries, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Burma, Nepal, we have been more than generous to give a part of our body so that we can have peace. And our leaders have done pretty well, I would say, all things considered. We have still maintained peace in India. We have to pat our back because in spite of the Western countries trying to stop India to grow, till 1990 the West would not cooperate with India because they would not agree with our ideology. Uske baad, after 1990, the West said maybe they can use India, but India has played well. India has maintained the peace, and it has been able to grow in spite of it. When India got independent, it was hardly $150 हमारी income थी per person per month. Today we have 3,000, 3,500 an average Indian's income. So we are going in the right direction. I think India is a beacon of peace to the world, actually. And I think we Indians don't realize it, that we have a lot of capacity for doing much better. आप लोगों ने बताया, all those things which we need to grow. So I think we need to keep doing. We just need to have Atmanirbhar, as the Prime Minister says, have confidence in ourselves, and redouble our efforts at home, in the mohalla we live, and go from there. Because only when we learned when we were kids that I can have 4 people agree to my opinion, and these people become politicians down the road, and they become leaders in the society. And that's all I had to say.
Thank you so much, sir. We are very much pleased and honored to have you with us. Right now, the video we tried to play. Again, I'm just trying to present the video. We have received plenty of messages from different centers, different programs, but we somehow collected a few and tried to make a combined presentation. Just allow me to present this.
Hi Aarohan. Peace means understanding and it's important for creating happiness and ease is freedom from conflict, war, and stress. It is important for society as it helps विश्व में शांति और हमारे देशों के बीच सद्भावना बने रहे। प्रगति का मार्ग है। शांति एक सच्चा शक्ति है। शांति जहाँ पे रहेगा वहाँ प्रेम मिलेगा। Where is love, where is peace, there is love. Let's spread our harmony to everywhere. Now let's celebrate International Peace Day. Thanks.
Best wishes for International Peace Day. For me, peace represents a balance at all levels in a society. The courage to live with harmony.
अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शांति दिवस की आप सभी को बधाई। शांति का मतलब सबका मिलके और प्यार से रहना जरूरी है।
Yes, as usual, as a time constraints, so we somehow managed a few clips, and now the platform is open for all our audiences. I hope you understand that we have already collected your questions through the form, and we'll definitely try to answer all the questions. Now, I request all of our audience to please raise your hand so that I can see your hand and I can ask the same questions to our panelists, esteemed panelists, so that they can answer your question. Now, I'm just requesting to our panelists, the window is open to you. Yeah, I can see the hand of Avishi Shiny. So I request you to kindly unmute yourself. Just name your college so that you can ask the question. Thank you. Yes, Avishi, I can see your hand.
Good evening, everybody. So, my question from the panelists is what skills should the next generation develop to resolve conflicts peacefully? Am I audible?
Can you repeat again?
Okay. What skills should the next generation develop to resolve conflicts peacefully?
Well, the first skill we need is to listen to the other person's argument. वो क्या चाहता है? That doesn't necessarily mean that one is going to agree to it, but one has to definitely listen. Or listening also is a skill. When we listen, if we think the other person is wrong to begin with, we won't be able to listen correctly. So we have to be, again, learning is a skill, not just the physical part of listening, but emotionally listening to the person. What exactly is the person looking for? A lot of times the person says something, but the person really is looking for empathy. They're looking for your understanding more than necessarily able to answer the person's question. That's how we look at it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Now I can see Pawan Kumar is there. I can see your hand. I know that there are many hands, but I'm just going one by one. Pawan, I can see your hand. So Pawan, you can ask.
नमस्ते सभी को। मेरा क्वेश्चन यही था कि व्हाई डू सम पीपल थिंक दैट पीस इज अ साइन ऑफ वीकनेस एंड हाउ कैन वी शो दैट रियल पीस इज अ दैट कि मतलब वो मजबूत है, वो शांति कोई कमजोरी नहीं है, वीकनेस नहीं है, बट कुछ लोग ये बताते हैं कि चुप रहना कमजोरी की निशानी। और जिस ग्राउंड लेवल पे मैं काम करती हूँ तो वहां पर मैंने भी ये सब चीजें नोटिस की है कि थोड़ा ट्रांसजेंडर कम्युनिटी में शांत रहना, चुप रहना, तो पीपल्स उन्हें बहुत ज्यादा कमजोर समझते हैं, ना कि उनकी खुद की कल्चर्स में भी और पीपल्स में भी।
Yes, Ashwini sir, I would like to request you to answer if you kindly add your insights on this.
Yeah, so I hope I understood the question correctly. And to address, like you really raised the question of sometimes people think being silent is peace, right? That's what I think. If please correct me if I understood correctly or not, but that is completely the misconception. Not saying anything and being silent doesn't mean it is peaceful. Like someone shouldn't judge you or make that comment on you because you are just silent, and that's not also not a sign of weakness. So how can you convert your this silent into the powerful method? That is, you work on yourself. Then you be the person that you want to be. You go out of your comfort zone. You learn the skills. You be able to raise the voice and be fight in any position in society. And ultimately those people who think that is the weakness will become weaker because you are not capable of changing something in the society. So that is completely the misconception. And because they are is their perspective. So also being peaceful is not also about yourself but also ignoring this kind of thing. So please work on yourself, whether you are silent or you are doing in loud. Work on yourself, be out of your comfort zone, and later the results speaks louder, not their this judgment and misconception. So yeah, that's really not the weakness. Being silent is not weakness.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
As
so much, sir.
yeah, as time constraints, so we only could take two questions over here. I can assure all of our participants that whatever the questions you have shared with us during the filling of the form, we will definitely send that to our panelist, and you will get your answer. Now, I would like to, introduce, and I would like to have Isha ma'am. Isha ma'am, you can have your questions, and you also can go through with the vote of thanks for this awesome and insightful webinar.
Thank you so much, Shomnath. In the first place, it wasn't a question really, it was more of an observation. I basically feel peace, as I've always believed, is also to stand up for yourself, to believe what you want to do is the right thing by yourself and also the people around you for whom you are taking a stand. Just tolerating everything is not peace. It has never been, right? So at different times in history, we have had different kinds of people who have taken up causes, and they have done it peacefully, like Mahatma Gandhi, and that is the biggest example. However, I would like to thank all of you for this wonderful, wonderful, really an eye opener of of a webinar in which I have learned more than anything about what all of you have shared with us about your experiences, what you expect. The youth who have been with us today would go back definitely much more energized, and I thank you very much. Hope to see all of you again soon. On behalf of Aarohan, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now I'm requesting everyone to kindly switch on your camera quickly so that we can, keep this memory with us forever. It is a symbol of peace. So for the peace, I'm requesting everyone to kindly switch on your camera.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
I believe that in the
Thank you,
coming
sir.
time also, we'll have this kind of participation with us. It is not only about a single day, and I believe whatever the insights you are getting from this webinar, and you already have received from this webinar, you will continue with these insights, not only your daily life, but also you have to convey this to your friends, your acquaintances, your family, and to our day-to-day life. So with all, thank you so much to everyone, our respected panelists, our all respected board members, our dear audiences, our dear participants, students, volunteers, interns, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a nice and very good evening with utmost peace. Let
Thank you so
peace
much.
Yeah.
bring pleasure
Thank
in.
you.
Thank you so much.
Great work, Arohan and all the organizers.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Shomnath, can we switch off
Yeah,
now?
Yes,
ma'am,
yes.
please mute your ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.